Bloodbath is without a doubt the most important and most influential mega collab in GD history. Even the new kids know what Bloodbath is, but you may not know that it was actually made by 11 different people. So today I'm going to play Bloodbath, and I'm going to suffer through each and every part of this mega collab and rank them all. The first 10% of this level belong to a creator named Weoweotwo, which is maybe my favorite username of the entire mega collab, so I guess he gets points for that. Oh yeah, and instead of like signing his name to his part, he just put like his little angry icon here. I love that. Obviously going to be using practice mode, because I'm a little bitch. Chances are this is the only part in Bloodbath that most of you have completed. A little bit of that's the first part, and then here comes all the straight fly that I'm very bad at, and then this ball maze that I'm good at apparently, and that is it. As annoying as it may be to play this part at the beginning of every single attempt, I think this one's really solid actually. We're starting off pretty strong. Oh my goodness, that straight fly was like the most impressive thing I've done today. And how do I beat this ball first try? I freaking suck at it now. You go bah 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 bah. No bah 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 bah. Yeah. I mean, now literally a third of this part is just straight fly. I mean, plain and simple, nothing interesting about it. But this first ship is a little bit more curvy, though. I do like orbs and ship parts when they're done right, and this isn't done wrong. And this ball is tricky because it's so damn fast, but I actually really enjoy the high CPS of it. As for deco, I mean, this looks pretty good. The beginning's okay, but this is actually really good looking in my opinion. The most boring part in terms of gameplay actually looks the best. Now, all these rankings are subject to change towards the end of the video, but right now I'm feeling A, man. It's gonna be hard to beat. Okay, next up is Vermillion, and no, that's not a number. Go back to number school, idiot. Yes! Gaming, that's how it's done. Transition, very consistent. You just hold and you're good to go. There you go, just hold there. Another consistent transition. This ball is really annoying. I hate shut up ball timings, and this is like 25 of them all in a row. That being said, as far as shut up ball timings go, they're not too bad. Man, it is shocking how many of you guys think I'm actually going to beat this level. Yeah, a lot of YouTubers eventually beat Bloodbath in their career, but I am not one of them. This level sucks to play from zero. It's fun to do runs on though, I'll give you that. I used to find this ship part really frustrating, but once you get it down, it's super smooth and fun. Also, the transitions in and out of the ship part are really consistent, and that goes a long way with me. Also, he did not sign his part with his name, but rather really complex, like, pixel art of a little V for Vermillion, which is really cool. Deco has probably taken a bit of a step backwards from Weoweotwo's part, but in all fairness, that was a really nice looking part. The ball steps things up a little bit. As you can see, the ground and ceiling spikes are kind of fading in and out of saturation, which looks really nice in my opinion. This part also bravely uses a mirror portal, I think the only part in Bloodbath to do so. Which letter is calling your name? Man, Vermillion is also really solid, but those shut up ball timings, there's so many of them. It's so boring. Now, the ball isn't the easiest game mode to make fun gameplay for, but you could have tried harder than just making all shut up ball timings. This cannot go in A tier. I'll give it a B. It's gonna get a lot worse, so I'm gonna appreciate it for now, put it in B for now. Okay, moving on to the reason most people don't want to play this from zero, including myself, Michigun. This part is such a roadblock for everybody. It's the hardest part of the level, and it's at like 25%, I think is when it starts. I absolutely suck at this part. I don't think I've ever beaten it all the way through. I don't know if I like to do an extra jump here and jump into the ship, or like fly up into it, like that. They both feel about as natural as putting pants on backwards. Straight fly's not too bad. More shut up ball timings. This UFO is impossible. Never mind. And then I don't know what I'm doing here. You just kind of like click a little late. Okay, sweet. And these triples are not bufferable, so if you jump immediately after switching gravity, that happens. So you gotta jump, wait for like 1 frame, and then jump again. Then you're good. Okay, let's try like schlooping on up. Yeah, that's not too bad. I don't know what else to call that motion. 2 types of people in this world. You're either a schlooper or you're a jumper. See, if that were to happen from zero, I would feel really upset with myself. So I maybe am a jumper, I'm not sure. There's no way that's possible, right? Oh, it might be. I'm already trying to break the canon of this part, and I just beat it for the first time. Like, chill. This shit is like frame perfect. Can you imagine if this was like the vanilla route? Ow, ow, ooh. Oh my gosh, why do all of those blocks need hitboxes though? Never mind Michigan's entire part. This part right here, just the UFO, is enough reason for me to never want to play this from zero. Oh my gosh, heck yeah. I'm just going now. I'm just going. Okay, nice. That's a decent run. That was 29 to 37. 8%. Yeah! Okay, let's take a look at the deco of this part. There's no like pulses or color changes or anything aside from these torches like pulsing a little bit. The song does take like a little bit of a break here of sorts, so it kind of makes sense that the deco like kind of calms down a bit. Is that spike just not on the right layer? Oh, I don't like that. It's such a dumb nitpicky thing, but like everything else is perfect. Only a couple types of block designs. You got these like crisscross shapes on these platforms, and then these very dark like bricks. And the Michigan signed his name here, and it's all like flickering. I think that's really cool. And then the best part of the deco is right here at the end when it fades from red to gray, and you get all this air deco, all these little spiky boys and things. It feels very tight and claustrophobic here. Very fitting into a very difficult part. Pretty standard gameplay. You got your triple spikes, you got your straight fly, you got your shut up ball timings. The UFO makes me go, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing with your life? But my issues with this part are mostly just I'm bad and this is really hard, so I'm going to stick it at least a B. Might bump it up later. We will see about that. Definitely fits the level song at this point, which I also really appreciate. Evasium. I'm kind of excited about this. I think Evasium's part is so much fun. Also pretty hard, which is probably pretty frustrating after you just conquered Michigun's part, like the hardest part in the level. I love the song in this part as well. The decoration of this part is really good. I like how the ground deco is all really dark red, and it mostly focuses on the grays here. Now, I don't know for sure, but I think this dual cube right here was Michigun's part, and he was like, hey, can we do like more of a gray thing? And Evasium was like, I got you, fam. Oh my gosh, I forgot you could do that. I actually want to look at the hitboxes there. I don't think you can actually fly through there. Oh, you kind of can. There's only one block there. Okay. Ooh, I did one. Okay, that's all I need. I lied. Okay, 2, nice. Has anyone ever beaten Bloodbath with that swagger out? That would be crazy. Yeah, just casually passing the hardest part in the level and then doing that on purpose. This UFO's alright. I'm not a huge fan of how long it goes on without some kind of like block to like kind of reset yourself. So if you mess up one of these jumps, you know, hit it too late, too early, the rest of them are going to be really weird. It's going to be really hard to survive after that. Ba 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 no ba 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 no. Yes! Nice. I'm getting ahead of myself now. Okay, this is like the only time that Bloodbath kind of flashes this like light gray or white color to my knowledge. And it works pretty well when it takes this kind of chill piano break. It slows down, gets a little gray, not too colorful, and then, yeah, right before crack, one of the hardest and reddest parts of the level. Maybe if you're like a straight fly nerd, maybe this is like an easy part for you. I don't know. Where do I feel Evasium should go? Let's see. Deco's fairly minimal, not many like colors or pulse changes or anything, which isn't a bad thing because it fits the song pretty well, I think. The gameplay's super fun, though the UFO might be a little inconsistent at times. I'm gonna leave an A for right now. I like it a lot. Now everybody's favorite community-defining straight fly. If it wasn't obvious enough before that 60 Hz is not gonna cut it for the future of GD, this part made it abundantly clear. I don't know if you guys have tried beating this on 60. I mean, if you're really good, it's probably not that bad, but if you're someone like me, it's nearly impossible. I don't think I've ever done it. What the duck? Ooh, yep, yeah, that'll definitely make things a little tougher there, bud. Maybe you should think about becoming smaller. This part definitely has some of the best block design, I think. I really like the usage of those, like, Electroman Adventures blocks on the corners there. Now, a majority of this part is still filled out with, like, these freaking hairy mountains, which, like, is probably a bit lazy, but I don't mind too much. It's definitely the toughest straight fly right here, though. The speed difference isn't even that crazy. It's just really hard for me for whatever reason. There we go. Nice. No, not nice. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. This part is super fun. I'm terrible at straight fly though, so I'd never want to encounter this part from zero. I really enjoy the block design in this part. I mean, these guys are kind of just copy and pasted, just like angry little rascals. But yeah, this block right here is so detailed for no reason. So just putting it in random places makes your level look a lot better than it realistically should for just like one extra object. Also, Crack's not like a jerk. He's like, hey kid, go do that. But I'm not a monster. I'll give you a running start. I also really like the way these spikes look. I don't know why. That guy's maybe less awesome because his layers are a little screwed up. Oh, that guy too. Now there are two of them. Yeah, layering was a little bit lost on people back then, apparently. And the gameplay, maybe you hate it, maybe you love it. Just kind of depends on if you're good at ship or not. I'm either bad or like somewhere in between good and bad. Where do I want to put Crack? I mean, what Crack, officer? This one really depends on your skill. This could be S for you. It could be F for me. I'm thinking B. I'm thinking B.
You have got to start thinking B, my friend. Thinking B!
Thinking B!
Thinking B!
I do like some gameplay diversity, and Crack is almost entirely ship, which I do enjoy ship, but not, you know, a lot. Might move down, but for now, B sounds pretty good. Okay, next is Asonic, I believe, even though Crack signs his name right as the part transitions, which is like a little bit confusing. I didn't even talk about these structures. Those look really cool, actually. Now, if you played through this in practice mode when you were like 12, chances are this part is about when you were like,
Hey, maybe I could beat this someday.
Asonic Men's part is commonly seen as the easiest part in Bloodbath, and it also uses those Electroman Adventures bricks up there. Yeah, just honestly find a pattern that works for you in the spammy parts, and then just go with that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1. Obviously, I'm still working on it. Okay, now we're at this ball here. There's a couple tiny little spikes here. Just dodge between them.
A Sonic!
I think his full username is Asonic Men, but he doesn't specify here, so just made by a Sonic. It's one of them. Ooh, I hit 7 of them. Nice. Most people will do that orb spam in 5 clicks, I think. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Oh, maybe not. When you thought it was going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy, but it's actually difficult, lemon difficult. Oh yeah, that's fine. Once again, the block design is pretty sweet, though like hardly any color changes whatsoever. Also, can I just say this looks ridiculous? Like if you just show somebody this and like, yeah, do it right now, beat it. Looking at this part without previously playing it, oh my gosh, this looks ridiculous. Yeah, definitely the easiest part in Bloodbath, which makes it a whole lot more frustrating when you die here. There's nothing inherently wrong with it, it's just not very good. And I'm trying to be fair here. I mean, I'm trying to judge these parts based on the time they were made, and even then, I think this is probably like a C. It's not awful by any means, and it can definitely be fun sometimes, but it's just outclassed by most of the others, I think. Okay, next up is Etzer. Probably the part I have the least fun playing, probably right up there with like Michigun. Also, you can die here. You can die in this auto, and that sounds miserable. One of my friends who was going for this level at one point died, I think once or maybe twice here from 0, which is just awful. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine. This is one of the hardest parts of the level for me easily. This little UFO thing here, just that by itself is really tough. Oh, wow, okay, nice. Some pretty tight ship gaps and some pretty tight UFO timings as well. Yeah, this is a huge choke point for players. If you ask them what the hardest part in Bloodbath is, they'll either say Michigun, like crack if they're a 60 Hz player, or they'll say this. That last straight fly is so hard, I don't know how I did it. Nice. I think you can also just like, ba-ba. Yeah, you don't even have to hit the orbs. I'm a bit of a gameplay purist, so like if someone intends the gameplay to be played a certain way, I'm usually going to play it that way. I'm not immune though. Sometimes if your gameplay freaking sucks and there's an easier way to do it, I'll do it. Man, that pink orb sucks. Okay, yeah, the more I play this UFO, the more I want to boycott Etzer Industries. I like the glow coming from the ground and how it gets progressively darker. That's a really, really cool piece of deco. All these saw blades match each other except for this one, which is weird. I'm not sure why. I've never really been a huge fan of like,
Whoa, watch out. Don't go that way.
Through here, you know, I think it's kind of dumb. And arrows are like the least annoying of those three, but like, I don't know, it's 1.9. I'll cut it some slack. So I like this glow, but man, it starts getting so ugly when you try to match it to slopes. I know it was 1.9, but geez, dude, this looks so much uglier than it needed to be. These fake spikes here, A for effort, I guess. They look pretty silly though. Okay, yet another layering issue of these older levels. I mean, maybe that's what he was going for, actually. I don't know. I like the look of these blocks with the spikes on them, kind of emerging out from the hairy mountain, as I call it. But I mean, talk about hairy mountains, man. We got Mount Everest right here. It just takes up so much of the screen. So deco-wise, I can only cut this level so much slack. Also, look at the deco, right? Going crazy, going less crazy. There's like nothing here. Like the deco tapers off to almost nothing. Also, this orb into this straight fly is maybe the hardest part of the entire level. There's a reason. Whoa, what? What is that? Really? No. As I was saying, there's a reason why there's tons of compilations of YouTubers like dying to this part. It is hard as crap. I do not feel like being nice to Etzer, man. It had a good thing going, and then it just kind of dropped the ball several times on the floor. I'm thinking like D. I heard there was like some drama with Etzer at some point, and I'm not here to judge character. I'm here to judge gameplay and deco, gosh darn it. And even then, it's still like a D, so. Okay, who's next? Is it Havok? Yeah. I got mixed feelings on Havok. Let's talk about it. Surprise! Oh, what? How did I die there? I didn't even know there's something that can kill me. You hit the blue orb like really late, and then okay, what is killing me there? I have no clue. Oh, there's blocks. Oh. Some of the better UFO gameplay at the level, I think. And that's it, actually. Wow. Yeah, just 80% to 87. That's pretty small. 7% isn't small. That's average. Yeah, definitely some of the weirder gameplay at the level. For better, maybe. For worse, probably. Oh, I hate that. Oh, don't do that, please. Oh, I don't like that either. I don't like you either. If somebody in this mega collab had the death sentence on 12 systems, who would it be? I mean, probably Etzer, right? I always find that way fun. I like it a lot. I don't know why. It's such like dumb gameplay, but I think looks-wise, this is like one of the worst parts. This block design's okay. Pretty minimal deco along the ground. For this part, there's no deco aside from like the orb deco here. And then some really bland and basic looking blocks. As it pertains to decorated levels, I do like these blocks, but like in small doses. And these are very large doses, right? And once again, pretty minimal air deco, lots of empty space. This is the best looking part of his part. I think this is his. It looks exactly the same as the beginning of Giron's part. Overall, not awful, but probably the weakest deco in Bloodbath, in my opinion. Havok is very silly. It's probably the most forgettable part of Bloodbath, at least for me. It's either Havok or Giron, and Giron's part has that dual cube that kicks my ass, so it's kind of hard to forget about that one. I'm gonna go C, I think. It's okay. Okay, 2 parts left. Well, I guess 3 if you're a nerd. Okay, look, this transition blows, right? But it's not wave to ship like some of you guys be putting in your levels. It's wave to cube then ship, which is an extra little bit of consistency. It helps. Wave to ship is just awful. And they even knew that in 1.9, so I don't want any excuses coming from you. Wow. If you needed any more reason why I can never beat this level, it's because I literally died to that last triple. Like, unironically, I don't know why. I mean, sure, it's mostly invisible, but it's a triple, man. Yeah, not only does his dual cube kick my ass, but this shift kicks my ass. It's so hard. But yeah, that was also the first time I've ever done Ggboy's part in one go. Like, objectively, I feel like the hardest parts of this level are Michigun and Etzer, but I feel like I give those parts like a fair fight when I'm practicing. But me versus Giron and Ggboy's part, it seems about as fair as like Hulk Hogan versus a baby. I don't really know what Deco protocol is here. I don't know if Giron is like, oh, hey, that looks pretty good. Let me copy it, but then change the insides up a little bit. I don't know how much of this looking good I can attribute to Giron being original. I don't really care. It looks good. This part is also pretty nice. I like these chains looping around places. I like his big glowy letters that you bounce around a little bit. That's pretty nice. And I like how this R is like thinking about tickling you with his spikeage, but he doesn't actually do it. Oh, Giron's only 4%. Wow. Havok suddenly seems huge. In terms of satisfaction that I get out of beating a part, this is like A or S tier, man. But all things considered, I think it's pretty good. I would probably feel very differently about this part if I died there from 0, but as is, I'll put it in B. Okay, last real part, Ggboy or Ggboy, I don't know. Okay, first off, your blood. It's so like edgy and over the top, but this font looks really nice. Like this pixel art, I really miss that, man. Your blood. Me giving the waiter my order? I'm that guy from Hotel Transylvania in parentheses. In terms of like transitions, this part is pretty iffy. This blue orb into the ship absolutely sucks. I hate that transition. I definitely dislike it because I'm bad, but I also dislike it because it is bad. But if you're cool enough to make it through this straight fly, you're rewarded with some pretty fun ball gameplay, I think. There we go. And then can I get the swag root? I don't think I've ever done that. Oh, no, there's a spike there, you jerk. That spike totally looks like a Dylan, man. That's right, his full name, Dylan, man. Dylan for short. No offense of any kind to any of you who may be named Dylan. I don't care what your name is, as long as it's real. Yes! Wow, that's so hard. That's like a freaking 2-frame. Before we go ahead and rank this last one, let me just talk about this part for a little bit. Block design, all very, very formulaic. It's just red with a bit of glow and a chain. It's effective for sure. The background deco with all these bricks and all the glow is actually really cool, I think. The ground and ceiling are a bit bland. He put some spikes here and then didn't put them anywhere ever again for some reason. I think it totally could have used some of these guys. I think it would have paired super nicely with this font. But yeah, the ground and ceiling just chose to be super, super bland. Actually, there's one right there. What are you doing over there? Oh, these things made up the black portion of the glow. Interesting. Okay. Well, if we just copied these and flipped them right side up, that could have been awesome. Just like not all over the place. Just a few sprinkled here and there. Okay, Ggboy. I have a lot of mixed feelings on Ggboy, man. It's a cool part. If the straight fly had a better transition and the deco didn't take a bit of a nosedive halfway through for no reason, it would probably be A. I'm almost feeling like a C, but it doesn't deserve all that. I'll probably put it in B. B is looking pretty full right now. And then Riot's part, man. Part of me wants to go, whoa, Riot, yeah! Fire Bloodbath! And part of me is like, dude, nice 11 objects. Have fun in F tier. I'll give him points because he verified the thing, but I'll put him in C just as kind of like a placeholder. We'll decide where he goes later. Now I'm going to reorganize the tiers just a little bit to make sure all of the tiers are filled out. When I put Weo in A, I didn't know we weren't going to have an S later. When I put Etzer in D, I didn't know we weren't going to have an F. So Etzer, I'm sorry, buddy. There's not much I can do for you. Between Havok and Asonic, one of them should probably go in D. Say what you will about Asonic, definitely a dip down in difficulty, but its quality is fairly consistent. I cannot say the same for Havok. I mean, gameplay and deco in this part alone are pretty inconsistent. I'm gonna have to drop that to D, even though I do kind of like Havok. I do not feel comfortable putting Weo in S. However, Evasium, I really like Evasium. I may put this in S. I just really enjoy the part. I think it looks fantastic, super satisfying to play and beat, and I'm probably gonna promote somebody to A and demote somebody to C. I think Michigun and Crack are good at B. Giron and Ggboy have some A potential. I might go with Giron, honestly. The deco is really solid. It's super satisfying to beat. The fact that it's at 90 is obviously pretty controversial because those ship timings with those orbs are really tough. I am a privileged man who has not suffered directly at the hands of Giron yet. So take this with a grain of salt. You guys might put that in like B, C, D, or even F. I get that. Just the fact that it's at 90 though makes me hesitant to put it any higher than A, but it is very good. I might even put that ahead of Weoweotwo. This may be my second favorite part of Bloodbath. And then we've got Vermillion. Man, the ship is good. I enjoy that. The ball is kind of inexcusably lazy, man. It looks pretty good, but he used like 2% of his brain to come up with the gameplay, so I just can't put it in B along with Michigun, Crack, and Ggboy. Probably gonna put it below Asonic as well, and that just leaves Riot. This little guy, you're so difficult. I did say I wasn't gonna judge anybody's character, just the work that they've done on the level, and in terms of effort put into the part, yeah, this is like below F tier, right? But he put in effort to beat the gosh darn thing, so that keeps it out of F tier. I'll put that in D. And there we have it. That is the finalized Bloodbath Mega Collab part tier list. I forgot to mention this at the beginning of the video, but my opinion is fact, and if you disagree with it, you will explode in a matter of seconds. I'm gonna leave a link to this tier list down in the description description. You guys can make your own. You guys can fight with each other. You guys can fight with me in the comments if you want. That's fine. Playing Bloodbath from zero is kind of torturous, but looking at all the parts for what they are makes you appreciate them a little bit more. So I have a lot of love in my heart for everyone's work here on this level. So I don't want you guys to think that I think Etzer is like the bottom of the barrel of geometry dash innovation or anything. And I don't want you to think that Evasium is my like ideal gameplay. You know, it's all just in the Bloodbath scale. But yeah, that is going to do it. Before we go, thank you so much to my patrons on Patreon and my members on YouTube. You guys keep the channel running. You guys are why I'm able to upload videos and streams every week, and I hope the quality of those videos and streams can help your contributions feel worth it. I've been trying a lot of different kinds of content lately. Not that a tier list is anything that like new or innovative, but like if you'd like to see more things like this, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment down below. And if you stuck around all the way to the end of this video, I really do appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day or night, and goodbye forever.